Welcome to the Birds on Powerlines podcast, and this is a podcast where we talk about things that we enjoy, fandoms, music, trips, things we're doing, things we're excited about, and we put out a podcast every second Tuesday of the month. If you are listening on an audio platform, of which there are quite a few, our main place is actually YouTube. So please join us there if you would like. If not, that's also good. And if you have found us on YouTube and you would like to find us on an audio platform, we are on most places where you find podcasts. So yeah, thank you for joining us. And in this podcast, we are going back to one of our favorite topics.
Yes.
And that is
21 Pilots.
21 Pilots.
You can't see the shirt. I have a shirt on.
I'm not wearing a 21 Pilots shirt today. So yeah, we are fans of 21 Pilots. I am a relatively new fan. Apology. It was all your fault. It's all your fault. It's all your fault. I listen to 21 Pilots all the time, and now when I listen to the radio station, I text you every time they play 21 Pilots. Actually, I didn't yesterday. They played them again on my way home. It was a good day. Yesterday, I played them in the morning and in the afternoon. In the morning, I
didn't hear that.
In the morning, it was Chlorine, and in the afternoon, it was Drag Path. It was a good day. Yeah. No, actually, that wasn't yesterday. The day before yesterday. Before yesterday. Yesterday, they didn't play 21 Pilots when I was driving. Anyway, so what are we going to talk about? 21 Pilots. I wanted to talk about the, what is it? The NCAA March Madness Festival performance.
For the AT&T block party.
For the AT&T block party. It was, okay, we weren't there. No. This is like watching the live stream. And if you're a fan who managed to put that up, we thank you. Yes. In particular, though, we were watching the live stream put up by Manhawk, manhawk.com, with the O in the com being the O with the slash through it, however you want to call that. So thank you, Manhawk. Loved your post and really enjoyed how you bookmarked every song. That was really wonderful. And I've been watching. It's actually bookmarked on my computer because I'm enjoying watching that concert so much. Yeah. So let's get into it. Oh, and we'll probably do another little topic at the end for Firefly fans if you are interested. So if you came to this podcast wanting to hear about Firefly, you can go to the end, or you can listen to us talk about 21 Pilots. All right. Okay, so let's get into it. So I wanted to thank everyone for posting, which I did, and I love this concert.
I've seen the barricade runs. I've seen some people have like videotaped the run for the barricade.
What does that mean?
As soon as they open, because usually, especially like at live festivals, they don't open. When they open the area up, people run for the barricades because there's no seating.
Oh yeah, because it's open.
People run for the barricades. I saw that there.
Okay, I see what you mean. So,
absolutely. So
there's videos. How did the people do that?
People just they held their phone. They held their phone. Run.
Oh, okay.
Held their phone. Run.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It looked very chaotic.
Yeah. Well, that's what happens. Yeah. That's why we haven't done the pit thing.
I would do pit. But the pit tickets are so expensive.
Well, it's even, and you could pay a lot for those tickets.
I don't care.
And then not see them at all. I don't care. I would do pit. We're small people.
Now that I've seen a stadium show, I would still do pit.
We've been to stadium shows.
One outdoor amphitheater.
Oh, I see what you mean.
That's what I meant.
Okay, yeah, because we went to both Clancy and Breach, right? Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about this one. This one in particular. Okay, so you want to start talking about what you... Because I did by song.
I did too.
In sequence.
Okay.
I did too. All right, go ahead. Maybe we're talking about the same songs.
Well, yeah, because we're doing it.
You're the Uber fan.
Yeah.
Or the longer fan.
Okay. I think I said this when we started watching it, actually. I don't think they've ever done this, but I really liked the... way that they opened.
Oh yeah, I have that.
Overcompensate. I really.
Overcompensate.
Yeah.
Was that?
That was the first song.
Oh, okay. All right. Yes.
Yeah.
I just like how they did that whole the welcome based on Trench. Right? Is that right?
Welcome back to Trench.
Welcome back to Trench.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but they do that.
That's what I mean.
Everyone, but I liked the they extended.
Yeah, it was good. That's what I was getting at.
It was cool. Like I really liked how I just really liked it. It was cool. It was cool. And then they actually got into the intro to the song, and then they started. Yeah, but it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Strong start. I was hooked onto the video right away.
Of course. And like, of course, and my favorite part of Overcompensate is like the part that they pulled from Bandito.
Okay.
Actually, so I like the fact that they extended that even more, made it into the intro. Yeah.
I was just enjoying it.
Okay. Yeah, well, I liked it. Started off strong.
I just said that the opening with the welcome back to Trench, I got chills from that, and I just thought, that's great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Keep going.
That was all I said for that first one.
Yep. Keep going. Just I'll let you know when I'm going to chime in here. You just go ahead.
Yeah, and then the one thing I noticed, I don't know if it was the recording itself or because I'm assuming that because all of the recordings I think are pretty similar. Like none of them are like live. I think they're all taken probably from the live stream. And they were pulled from the live stream that originally happened. And the one thing I noticed about...
But I think 21 Pilots made their own recording for the videos that they've put up.
Yeah, I think so.
Because the quality, audio quality is better than what we got from
but even the audio quality, even the audio I noticed on the people who uploaded the recordings of the live stream, the keyboard in particular, I don't know. It sounded very boosted to me. Like I noticed the keyboard.
I heard the drums stronger.
No, I noticed the keyboard more. I don't know, but
okay.
but the backing key, like especially in second one. Yeah, the one like between like the overcompensate to the contract. Like I really noticed the piano, especially and another thing that
so the piano as opposed to the keyboard.
Or well, both the piano and the keyboard. But another thing I wanted to mention, like, kind of going on that, I think I don't. You said that you think Tyler's been taking like lessons or he's been learning. You can tell that like he's been working. He's been practicing. Like just because
I think they're both practicing.
Well, of course, yeah. But like
I think he's getting more confident.
And I really noticed, like especially this one. I don't know about other like times he's done it. They've done it live with like the piano and stuff. But I really noticed like a lot of the like.
Didn't Tyler say he's teaching him?
He's learning.
Yeah, isn't Tyler his teacher? I think I heard something.
Oh,
somewhere.
Josh.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm talking about the fact that like Tyler's like with the keys, he's gotten really confident in like transposing, like working up scales between different songs so he can get to like where he wants to be. Yeah, I noticed that a lot. We're not talking about
You're being a music nerd.
Well, no, I just think it's cool. I just think it's really cool. I really appreciate that because like. I really appreciate that. Yeah.
That's like, you're like, what? Okay.
No, yeah, because he's transposing up. He's playing something.
Yeah, and the thing is that those guys practice their shows so much that, I think that's, And actually, I think I'm going to talk about this. I didn't write a note about this, but in terms of their approach to the show, there's one part of the video where Tyler's at the piano and you can see his little it's a little yellow note taped to the piano. I just think it's hilarious. Yeah. That goes back to that whole thing in the MTV Unplugged where he has this little notebook and it's just like, and I just see this little note taped to the piano. I was thinking, okay. Yeah. Tyler's nerding out about, the technical aspects. Why not? Yeah. And I think that's just great because it shows how much they care about putting on a good show. Yeah. That's what I think. So,
yeah. And then like, also with the audio itself, I was impressed that they managed to balance the crowd. Like I know, like of course it's pretty easy. That's pretty easy in terms of like how mixing works. It's not too difficult, I'm sure. But like it, well, no, I guess it would be depending on where the mics are. But it was impressive. I was impressed that they managed to balance it so well on the live stream.
The live stream, yeah. And like I said, I think that's with the videos that they put out on 21 Pilots, they have like different audio. Yeah, I think that they also recorded their own. Version and like I'd love to be that guy with the steady cam on the stage. But anyways, very good. Yep. Anything else? About
that was. Oh no, and then I also put even though like Josh has a mask on, like and like of course we've seen them live before, but you can't really see. But with this one in particular, like you can see like close-ups of both of them.
Oh yeah,
with the camera. You can tell even though Josh has the mask on for like a good like the first like 2 songs, you can tell that he's having fun. Like you can't even see him. Of course he's having, but he's just like jumping around. You can tell he's smiling under there. You can't see him, but like.
And I think by now it's like muscle memory.
Yeah, of course.
For him to do that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Like, even though he's got those like freaky like red eyes, and you can like you can't see him, but you can tell like he's having fun.
Of course.
They're both having fun. Yeah, it was nice. Yeah, and I felt like that with the whole performance. Like, I mean, of course they do have fun at their concerts, but I feel like this one in particular,
I think they really had fun.
I think they really had fun.
I think they had a good time.
Fun, yeah.
I really like.
Yeah.
I just thought this concert was great.
Yeah.
Like even just watching it, like it was. Even though and I think that was the thing. Like
maybe
they did such a nice job.
They weren't on like tour, and they weren't like going from place to place.
I don't know. I just thought and I'm gonna come back to something there.
Yeah.
Do you want me to jump into something here?
Sure. Yeah.
So after that, I had the next thing that I don't know where you're at. But for me was the contract. For me, I really enjoyed watching that because I missed that in Breach and that's one of my favorite songs, and seeing him swinging that thing around.
I've seen people say before like they're scared
oh my
of
God,
that.
he's gonna hit somebody.
I'm sure one of these days he's going to hit someone.
It's just
He's
so
gonna
funny.
hit someone.
I just think, when he's out on that on the platform, I guess that's what you call it, right? It's a platform, little platform thing that he's on, and he's like, and I just think that's great. I really enjoy that. When he's doing that. Yeah. So that was my
I think you can hear the wind whooshing. Like
oh my God, my hair is just like
in the mic. You can hear it whooshing around.
Well, because it's the microphone, right?
Yeah.
So then with that, okay, and I like. So I just put, swinging microphone, LOL.
Poor microphone. That's not good for the wires. That is not. No, there's no way that's good for the wires.
I just think that, and he looks like, but like to be under there, I think I would have been scared I was going to get hit. But anyways, and then the next thing for me was center mass.
Yeah. Okay.
I know that's one of your favorites, right?
Huh?
Or is it Tally that you always? It's always Tally.
Oh,
Tally. No, I enjoyed the center mass performance with the piano solo. And this is where I could see the note to self. So if you're wondering where in the video you see the little note stuck to the piano, it's during center mass. Mm-hmm. You can see the little note stuck to the piano. That was just so Tyler.
I like the fact that he broke out the ukulele for that one.
And then he slammed the keys at the end.
Yeah.
I was like, wow.
Yeah.
No, I loved that. Mm-hmm. But to me, like I wrote down piano scream. So it's like not a Tyler scream,
guess,
but it's a piano scream.
Sure. Okay.
That's how I'm like, oh, it's the piano scream. So now every time I hear that,
slam the keys.
Yeah, it's a piano scream.
Sure, yeah, I guess I'm the closest you can get.
So my next thing was One Way. I'm probably way farther along.
No, I don't even know.
Did you write anything about One Way?
Oh no, I had a little bit about Shy Away. You didn't write. You skipped Shy Away.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Did I? I think One Way's afterwards.
No.
I mean, One Way, and then isn't that
no, because
that's terrible.
Center Mass goes into
right.
Okay. Shy Away.
I'm wrong. It doesn't matter.
Okay,
so go ahead.
Fine. Well, no, I just again like the piano. Like, I really appreciate the piano transitions that especially they were doing.
Yes.
In this one, I really liked.
There's one that I really like that I haven't gotten to yet.
Transposed them into
Shy
Away, and it was great. It was great. Again, the transpositions. And yeah, I think that was what that's what I wrote for that. That was what I wrote. Oh, and I like the kind of drum solo-ish bit that they did at the beginning of. I wrote that at the beginning of Shy Away.
Well, I mean, because that's like, and I think that I like right now when I hear, a lot of times when Tyler's singing now, and then I hear the drum at the same time, I'm starting to think about that as their duet.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm getting more aware of that.
What they're doing.
Yeah.
Because there's just two guys. They're just two guys.
Yeah.
It's just the two of them.
So that to me is, that's what I'm hearing when I hear it now. I didn't used to hear it that way. So what I wanted to say about One Way was that I think that this is now going to be a thing in all the concerts with Josh introducing the song after One Way saying, hi Tyler, this is Josh. It's Josh.
One way,
kind of a vibe change.
I was actually gonna say, do you think because we can't see that at that point? Do you think was that pre-recorded? Do you think?
I don't
do you
think
it
so.
was actually live?
I think he's doing that live.
Yeah, that's what I thought
because
too.
because you
we
can hear
didn't
the
see
crowd
that.
responding to it, and it worked. So I think he's doing it live, and I don't see why he wouldn't do it live.
Yeah, I don't see why. I don't see why not.
I don't see why they would have to pre-record that.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it gives them a lot of flexibility. So I think this is now going to be a thing. Every time they play one way, people are going to be like, what song is coming next? Because Josh is going to introduce whichever song it is. I just really like that.
And that one I also really liked, like just the dead stop, like right after, like, oh, am I dreaming? And the dead silence.
Yeah, it's funny.
Stop, full stop, everything stop.
And it's just said,
yeah.
I said, and then I think, plus Jokels. What did I want to say here about this?
I think
I want
the cover, the cover.
Yeah.
Josh's mic was definitely, because you could hear him.
You could hear him, and I think that he's getting,
he's
really
more comfortable with it. And
more comfortable.
Nice. Yeah, good for him.
And I think it's great. Because and I mean always, and this is always something like when you're watching 21 Pilots, Tyler and Josh, like there's never, I mean, unless Tyler's running around doing weird shit. But when they're both on stage, like they're both in the same, the same position depth wise. So they're always side by side. And I love that. And then of course, Josh is on the side, not in the back, right? Like typically the drummer is in the back behind everything. And I always appreciate that.
Yeah, I was surprised that the cover actually worked. I never thought of that, but it worked pretty well.
Well, because it's Tyler.
Yeah,
I mean, he knows.
They know, they know what they're doing.
He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, but it was, that's cool.
Because he did that several times in this show, which I'm going to talk about, right? But
yeah, they used to do that more. They used to do more covers in previous eras during the show.
And it's not just doing a cover. I think that's what makes it special, because he sort of weaves it into the song that he's playing, so that it makes it even more clever.
And then he went back.
I mean, unless they're doing Seven Nation Army, that's I'm going to talk about that. But but the other ones are sort of woven into the other song that they're doing it in, which I really enjoy. I really like that.
And then again, like that's another thing, like with the transposing and the flowing of the tempo, it's really nice, really good. Yeah.
Well, that would be something more really that you would notice.
Yeah.
I just like the transition, and then he goes back again. Like he starts the song, then goes back, and then he goes to the other. The other one, especially with that one with the Jokels there. Oh, and then for me, the other thing that I wanted to mention, talking about little changes and using the piano, was the change to City Walls.
Okay.
I loved that.
It almost felt like it was in a major key at the start.
Yes,
I don't think.
It felt like, because to me,
going on there?
And then I have this thing about, like, this. I have this thing. I think I even mentioned this in the last podcast about City Walls. I have this sort of love-hate relationship with it, because I always think of it as weird. Yeah. I know you think I'm weird. Like, it's not that I don't like the song. I just always think about the video, and so he.
That makes me like it more.
to the point with the changing of that little part where he, he's like. He's sort of like a, how did I say? I wonder where you are. Yeah. And that whole transition over, like I wrote it, just like, I wonder where you are all the way through, but now the night has fallen. And, the whole, it just how different it sounds just by changing that tonality or whatever you know what it's called. And I just was like, wow, okay, I enjoyed that. Because always when I think about City Walls, I think about how it ends, and I'm like, oh. But and then I wonder where you are, like and it's just like, where are you? And then here it has like a different sort of tone to it, and somehow
I don't know what he did, but
I kind of and then even this morning I was listening to City Walls and heard things that I didn't hear before. So I think it's
the original.
Yeah, the original. Yes. So and I think that there's so much lore there, and I hear other songs like Drag Path coming back to City Walls, and I'm really starting to, now that I'm forcing myself to really listen to it as opposed to just thinking about how it ends. So that's making it even better, and then I just love that whole thing he did with the piano in this concert.
Piano.
Okay,
Piano,
go ahead.
Piano. Yes. The whole Apple Maps bit.
Oh.
I've
switched to Google. I switched to Google. It's like,
no, I think my favorite part about that was that some of the audience, they were just looking at each other, like when he said like, oh, like I started like in Google Maps saved me 45 minutes, and you could see people in the audience looking at each other surprised. They're like, wow, okay. And that was probably the best bit of that little bit. Like,
yeah, but sometimes Apple is this weird stuff, but Google does something weird too sometimes.
I just thought it was funny. I just thought it was funny.
But it was just such a relatable experience. So it's just like, so when I start up, when I was joking the other day, am I going to listen to, are we using Apple Maps or am I using Google Maps?
I couldn't help but think about like a little while ago, like it's become known that like Tyler's a terrible driver. Like apparently, like he blasts his music. He parks weirdly.
I think it's not that he's a terrible driver. He's one of those annoying drivers.
Yeah, he's okay. He's annoying. And that was the only thing I could think of when he said like, "Oh, I actually drove here today." No.
How many people did you annoy on your trip?
What were you playing on the way here?
It's just like I don't know if I really believe all of that stuff, but people are being like.
Yeah.
I mean, dude's got kids. I don't think he's going to be a terrible driver.
No, I don't think he's a bad driver per se, but I think he very well could be annoying with like boosted sound. I feel like he'd be one of those people who would like purposely boost the sound in his car.
Well, I mean, he is. Yeah. I could see that.
Yeah. But anyway,
I just thought it was funny. He's not driving a car. He's driving a truck.
Of course he is. Yeah.
Of course he is.
Okay, let's get back to this.
Okay, yeah. Well, you brought it up.
Yeah, okay, sorry. Yeah, sorry. My bad. Okay. And of course, I really hope even after, like, whenever the next album, whenever the next era comes back, I really do hope they keep the whole Torchbearer theme.
We'll see.
Bit. And I love that bit. I love that bit, and I think it works equally well into Navigating, into Jumpsuit. It was great. I love both of those songs. I feel very strongly about both Navigating and Jumpsuit, and I love the total Torchbearer.
I mean, I don't know what they're gonna do, but I can't. I really imagine like when they play those songs, they're gonna really do something with that.
I really like that.
But I don't know. I mean, it's their stuff. They can do what they want. So I don't know.
I really like that. Really like that.
But. That was the other thing about this concert. The torch was on the stage for most of the show.
Yes. Yeah.
And I loved how that torch just kept being on the stage.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? That was a really nice touch. Especially during Drag Path, right? So they had the torch.
Yeah, it's really
and there's like the two of them there. And I because to me, there's so much of like with you, lore and Drag Path and the connection to City Walls. And I just thought that was such a nice sort of thing that they did with Drag Path, but so for me, my next one is Drum Show. Am I way ahead of you?
I don't remember the order because I did not write down Drum Show.
You didn't do it in order?
I didn't. No, I did do it in order, but I don't. Oh no, I have one more because I think Josh, he climbed before Drum Show, right?
No, he climbed a Drum Show.
He climbed for Drum Show.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So then I have one more before we do that.
Yeah.
Obligatory Nico and the Diners to Heavy Dirty Soul transition. People who have listened to this podcast before know that's my favorite one. I hope they never. I hope they never.
What if they start doing something even better?
I don't think anything can be better than that transition.
I don't know.
That's my favorite one.
They might think of something.
That's my favorite one. I love it so much. Yes, that's all I have to say about that. That's my favorite one. I love that one.
It's hard for me to pick a favorite.
That's my favorite one. That's my favorite transition. That's my favorite one. Okay.
I don't have a favorite.
Okay. Yeah. And then I don't. Has Josh ever like climbed?
No.
He has
not. There was like
there was
like Jump Show.
There was like a thing.
Where the heck is Josh going?
They put the camera on his face, and to me, I don't know. Maybe I'm just projecting onto him, but he looked a little bit scared.
I don't think so. He looked at the camera.
To me, he looked a little bit scared.
And I thought there was some sass there.
I don't know.
I don't know. If you hear this, was it fear? or was it sass?
There was
I was just like,
there was something in those eyes.
He was taking a note from Tyler, who's always doing weird stuff like that.
He was climbing.
And he looks at the camera, I was just like, dude, look at you. And I wouldn't be.
I mean, like, it's a thing that, like, they put Josh in weird places for drumming. Like, that's a known thing in the music videos, but, like, I don't think
I thought that was fantastic.
Yeah.
And then doing Miley Cyrus's The Climb while he's doing that, I just thought that was funny.
Yeah.
I wonder if he has to get permission. He must have to get permission.
Definitely.
Calls her up.
Yeah, you do.
Hey, Miley, I'm going to do part of the climb.
If you perform,
yeah, I would imagine so. So I mean, that means that they're all connected, and that's why for me, their little thing with Cher's, thing later on, I'm just like, because I love Cher.
Okay. Okay.
Anyways, we'll talk about that.
Yes.
But yeah, so yes, Josh climbing all the way up there. So what did I say? I said, where the heck is Josh going? So that was great. Yeah. And then he gets up there, and then Tyler's like, "You're looking good up there."
Yeah.
I thought that was really good. And the other cute little thing, we were looking at it last night, and then Tyler changes his shoes.
Oh yeah, I didn't notice that.
The end of which I can't remember. I just thought that was so funny.
Yeah,
he lays
down.
Wardrobe
changes are crazy.
And then he changes his shoes while he's on stage.
Where did those come from?
I just think that's so great. Like, where were those shoes, and where did the other ones go? But
that's the thing I am, like, I mean, you see a little bit, like, in, like, their behind the scenes videos and stuff that they have on YouTube, but, like, I'm just amazed how they can, like, basically costume change so quickly.
Yeah, and like this one, he's doing it while he's on. Like, I mean, that was a 1.5 hour show, right? Yeah. That's how long the live stream is.
Yeah.
Right? So
yeah. But they're very fast at that. That's
and crazy. And then for me, like when I saw that was like a festival, I didn't think it would be very long, and then we start playing the thing. It's just like it's almost like a full show.
Yeah, it is.
I was like, oh my god.
Yeah.
So that's what I mean. And watching it, it felt like we were there. Without the discomfort of being there. And here you can play it over again, which is what I think is so great. So again, thank you for posting all of your videos of the live stream. So Tally and Cher, that's what I was getting into, how he had Tally and he wove Cher into that. Oh, I love that. That was so great. And then everybody was looking at each other going, oh my god, because everybody knows the words to that song too. So but again, he did that whole thing where he started in Tally, switched over to the cover, and then went back to Tally, which is, I really enjoy how he did that. And it was unexpected. And and he just seems to know, or they, I don't know how much they talk about. Let's insert.
They definitely both.
How well they insert those things and plan it out, and it just, and the lyrics go well. And the whole thing with the auto tune, because Cher is known for the auto tune in that song, and when she did that, that was really new at that point. Doing that, vocal modulation with the, But very cool. Cher would be the one that would do that.
I guess. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah. All right. So go ahead.
And then I actually talked about because at this, like, because normally the past like 2 eras of concerts, they've had like Dima on stage physically, like they had the construct there. Yeah. But here, of course, they weren't able to do that. But I noticed in Tally, I actually didn't go back and see if they had that at other points. But in Tally, they had it on screen. Yeah. And they had like the visuals with the rain, and I feel like that was reused from Backslide. That I don't know. But I thought it reminded me of that. But
I just thought they did a really great job.
It looked really cool, and then that got me thinking, like, they must have people who. Or maybe they make them themselves, but they must have people who make all of the concert visuals, and I don't know, because I've actually never been to any other, like, actual concerts besides them, but, like, I don't know if it's a common thing to have, like, this complex of visuals behind people.
It depends on the show.
It sure does, of course it does, but, like, I've...
but I think one of the reasons that they do that is because they are only 2 people, right? So
of course, they want to put on a big show, but
it
works really well. But it works very, very, very very well.
Yes,
looks really good. And
really and especially with Drag Path, they have the whole video in the back, which again, that's making that filmmaker money, which is great.
Of course,
which is great, and I think that's fantastic. But I again, having that visual, coming back to what you're saying about having the video in the back, and then the torch on the front as well, because that's a very dark video, like dark as in like
well, black and white.
Black and white. It's not black, but it's very, so then having the torch there, is just, it just really, and then the way they did, I think my next one is Drag Path anyways. It looked just so intimate when you see it, and then seeing, it's just weird in a way, like looking at the two of them on stage, and it looks so quiet and peaceful, and the torch is there. Meanwhile, what they're seeing, thousands of people watching them with their phones up. Like it's just that sort of contrast.
That really struck me, especially with the aerial shots. Like,
oh yeah,
wow,
so then you could see
a lot of people.
You could see everything, and I just
all out
there was a lot of people there, and
I mean,
everybody was so nice about
concert.
it. Yeah, for a free concert, and everybody was just well behaved. There was that time in the concert where somebody had a medical emergency. But I just think that. But then that peacefulness during Drag Path, which I thought was just such, because usually when Josh is drumming, the lights are doing all this to his drumming, but not in Drag Path, so it was just sort of peaceful, and I just really enjoy that. And then going back, just popped into my head where we were talking about the duet between Tyler singing and Josh drumming is in the line.
Oh yeah, which they did not do.
Which they did not do in this concert, but that's to me where they're really doing a duet, because he has what he's doing, and then he's doing his wild vocals, and and they're just equal. So I think it's like a Anyways, so but talking about quiet moments, that's why that popped into my head.
Makes sense.
Okay, so
your
Doubt.
Oh, Doubt. Yeah.
I don't think I've ever heard that in a concert, and I really enjoyed.
No, they did it. They did do it at Breach.
They did?
Yes, because the auto.
I just don't remember.
Yeah. They did do it.
Did they do it in that way, where it was
with the auto tune? Yeah, because they recently released.
No, I meant the fact that because it was just sort of him sitting there with his mask on.
Maybe no, I don't remember. I don't actually.
Maybe that's why I don't remember, because they didn't do it that way. I don't know. I could be wrong.
Well, the mask was definitely the thing, because that's like the thing for that version of Doubt.
Well, then I've noticed it.
Okay, sure.
I'll put it that way, and I enjoyed that. Like that was another sort of like quiet moment in the concert, and I just like it's sort of, and I think what I'm trying to get at is that even though this was such in a way wild, right? Because it was a free concert, there's a lot of people there. Not that there isn't usually a lot of people at their concerts now, but there was these moments that felt quiet, and I thought that was another one where it almost felt like a small kind of venue in a way, the way it was being performed. I think that's sort of what I was getting at. I think about it, it's like, what am I trying to say? But that's
a small venue, and then the lights are like completely flashing all over.
Well, but you know what I mean. It's just kind of like that. That's what I'm. That's why it's like such a contrast to the rest of what was going on, right? Okay, so I don't know if you have something else.
That's all I have.
That's all you have.
That's all I have.
Okay, I have a couple of other things.
Okay.
Seven Nation Army. I am never going to get tired of that.
Honestly, I liked the visual, because they made the masks that they wore at the performance.
Oh yeah,
to the visual in the background.
And they put that the visual
cool,
during Seven Nation Army. The background is their
weird tassely mop.
Well,
masks.
it's the white stripes.
They're weird.
It's the white stripes masks.
They're weird tassely mop masks.
To me, they are the white stripes.
They look like the leather belts.
Maybe to you, but not to me. I was just like, the first time I saw them, I was like, oh my god, that is so smart. But yeah, so they had them in the background.
On their heads.
Yes, that was very cool.
Yeah.
Yes. Then I was just like, so from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, never, and I put background, their masks from the award ceremony. So you loved it. Tyler's piano, oh my god, dude, I wrote down. Because you could really see how beat up that poor piano is.
Yeah, I mean, I was actually thinking during that, like, I am worried one day something's gonna happen.
Yeah, like I think he's so attached to that piano.
Yeah, because it's the same one.
Yes,
it's the exact same one. And
oh my
they've
god!
had it at least since
Oh my god, that. Oh.
At least since Vestal, if not before. Probably before.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like that's the one he's just like climbing and jumping off of, and it's like, oh my god, it's piano.
They bring the piano.
Shout out to the piano, because the piano is another character in them. And the other thing I wanted to bring up is something
I'm amazed it can stay in 2 because it looks old. It looks pretty old.
Because it's beat up.
Well, yeah, it might not actually be that old. They just bring it over, but like
it's just like it's even a folded piano, it's just like, dude. The other thing I wanted to bring up is something that happened afterwards, because on Facebook there's the 21 Pilots Superfans page, and there's a guy on that page who, what's his name, John Quaid. John Quaid, because in the concert he puts on those Ned glasses.
Yes.
So John Quaid on 21 Pilots Superfans on Facebook was the one who made those glasses. And there was this great video. I'll try to put a link if he has like a website for the things that he makes. But he has a video where he shows how he made them, and then he goes to the concert, and he's strategically trying to give them out at the, what do they call it, the trading post, to get people to wear them, and in the hopes that eventually he might wear them.
One day I will.
And it ends up him
Mm-hmm.
actually giving that, like, he's got a video on the Superfans page where he's handing the glasses to Tyler. And there's that whole thing.
We saw that.
I showed it to you. Like, and he.
Oh no, I mean in the
video. Like but the video on 21 Pilots Superfans is his perspective of handing the glasses to Tyler, and then
he did a little dance,
and then with with the official video, him taking the glasses and putting them on. I just think that's so great. So if you have a Facebook page and you can go and see that different perspective of putting on the Ned glasses, I just think that's amazing. And he's got this whole video where he's talking about how he was trying to do it, and then the whole luck of him actually managing to do it, and him being the one that gave him the glass. I just thought that was like a really great little side note. But yeah, all right. So that was the other thing I wanted to mention. And again, thank you to Manhawk for putting your video out and giving us something to look at for this podcast. Right. So what are we going to say?
Firefly.
We're going to talk about Firefly. Yes. But so in terms of the concert, amazing. Yes. So if you haven't had a chance to look at that, head over to YouTube.
20 different things on
there's
YouTube,
20. There's lots of fans that put it up. We were watching the Manhawk one, so if you want to watch that one, I'll put a link to that in the description. So the other thing that we wanted to talk about, and it's just a short little thing, because I am a huge Firefly fan. I am a Browncoat through and through, so I cannot not talk about Nathan Fillion's Bring Back Firefly, and I just wanted to add that to one of our podcasts because it's been a few months, and I want to do the hashtag Bring Back Firefly again, and it's going to be in the video that we put on YouTube. And yes, so I just wanted to just briefly talk about that in terms of the fact that was something else that was going on while we were doing other things. And I am so looking forward to that. So I just wanted to bring this out. So if you're a Firefly fan and don't know about this, how do you not know about this? They're going to bring back Firefly as an animated series. And this was so much fun watching the hype until the announcement as to what was going on. And for me, like, I saw Serenity in the theater, and I was in and there was never a movie that I went to when the movie started and everybody started to shout and scream, and just because they're so happy that they're going to get an ending to what was happening in the series. So if you don't know about Firefly, if you're young and you haven't watched it yet, please try to watch the series and then watch Serenity. And then there's going to be an animated series that's going to fill in the time between the end of the series and when we got Serenity. So I'm totally looking forward to that. And the whole thing with Nathan Fillion going to visit all the cast members and putting, I guess they were TikToks?
I don't know.
I saw them on YouTube and Facebook and everything, but I think he was originally putting on TikTok. But him knocking on the door and, is it time? Is it time? Is it time? Like the whole run up and seeing all of that. And then I was getting really worried about it because, Alan Tudyk's character, dies, of course, in Serenity. So I was like, well, how are they going to do that? And then, of course, there's Shepherd Book, Ron Glass's character, because Ron Glass sadly passed away. And I'm like, well, how are they going to do that? So it makes so much sense that they're going to do it as an animated series. and Joss Whedon is not part of that, so we're not going to have Joss Whedon is not part of it. And of course, Ron Glass's characters. I mean, I guess they could do the character with someone else doing the voice.
They probably would do that. Yeah, more than likely.
But yeah, because they've obviously aged in the interim, so I was thinking, how are they going to do it? So it's just, I just think it's brilliant. So excited for that. So yeah, so we still want. I guess we still need someone to host it, right? I think that was the whole point of the hashtag. Bring back Firefly. So now that it's calmed down a little bit, I'm going to try and put it back out there, which is why I wanted to add this in here. Oh, and then for you, because you, like, I was kind of watching all of that when,
I was like,
before you were around, and then, but we watched it and you were a lot younger, but then
I don't really remember everything.
You don't remember everything, but then I gave you that, that line of books, right? Yeah. So Becky Chambers' Wayfarers.
Yeah.
I saw a description in the Barnes and Noble, and I thought, well, this reminds me a lot about Firefly. It's really only
the first book that is like that, that you would think of that connection.
Yeah, because that's when I read the description, and then I gave it to you because you read a lot, so I thought, oh, you might enjoy that, because it sort of reminded me about Firefly, so that might be something if you're into Firefly or you want to know have something else that was something adjacent to that. So
I've read all of
the
her books at this point, and she's like one of my favorite authors at this point.
Becky Chambers.
Yeah, very, very good.
So there you go.
They're not too long. None of the books are really too long, but they're very, very good in terms of the world building.
And that first one kind of reminds you.
Yeah. The first one.
So there you go. So if you want something like that, right now there's all kinds of books for Firefly around. So
definitely, all of those tie-ins.
So I wrote down here, bring back Firefly. So excited. All right. So we're going to do that. And that was what I wanted to make sure I did a little plug for that. So that's all I wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
Right. So coming back to the concert, which was the main thing today for this podcast. Yes. So if you haven't yet seen it, it is really worth watching. And I think probably most 21 Pilots fans can do that. It's free to watch it on YouTube, right? Again, thank you to the fans that have put that out. And again, bring back Firefly, and we'll just keep doing that. Okay?
Yeah.
All right. So I think that's it for this podcast. That's all I have
for today.
Okay, so like usual, we want to thank you for listening and being part of the Birds on Power Lines podcast.